Welcome back to the channel where we keep it real, but we also keep it fun. Now, today we're talking about something you've probably seen all over social media. T-shirts that have good vibes only. It means we don't do sad, mad, or stressed here, only sunshine and rainbows. So today we're going to chat about the toxic side of positivity. And I know you're going to ask, well, how can positivity be toxic? Stick around because I'm about to tell you why telling yourself or others for that matter to just stay positive might actually be the worst advice ever. So, all right, first things first. What exactly is toxic positivity? Basically, it's when you're so focused on staying positive that you end up pushing aside any negative emotion. It's like slapping a happy face emoji over a dumpster fire. That's exactly what that is. So it's the moment when someone says, "Hey, I just lost my job." And the first thing out of your mouth is something like this: well, look on the bright side. At least you've got more free time. Like, what? Who says that? Now, don't get me wrong, positivity isn't the bad guy here. But it's when it's forced on every single situation, it does turn into something dangerous. It stops being helpful. And actually, it starts being, well, I think it starts being toxic. So, what's the big deal, right? What's wrong with trying to stay positive? Well, for one, toxic positivity invalidates real feelings. Can you imagine telling someone who just got dumped, by a boyfriend or girlfriend, hey, just be grateful, you'll find someone better? Like, excuse me while I do my ugly cry? The truth is, sadness, anger, frustration, those are real emotions. And those are emotions that we need to feel and we need to process. Telling someone to just be positive is like putting a very small, tiny band aid on a gigantic wound. It's not fixing anything. And honestly, it can be quite annoying, don't you think? And now, don't get me started on how this actually affects our own mental health. When you keep telling yourself, I shouldn't feel this way or I have no right to be upset, it's like stuffing your emotions into a jar and twisting the top. And guess what? That jar is going to explode at some point. Now, here where it really gets tricky when you're talking about toxic positivity. It just doesn't affect how we talk to other. It messes with how we talk to ourselves. Did you know that? I know you know those moments when you're lying in bed staring at the ceiling and thinking things like this, like, why am I upset? I have so much that I can be grateful for. And suddenly you feel guilty for being anything other than happy. Like you start telling your brain, sorry, I'll just turn this crisis into a gratitude list. I'm sorry. The pressure to be happy all the time is exhausting. It's exhausting. No one is happy all the time. Not even that one friend who's always posting those darn motivational quotes. The one with the sunflowers and the inspirational music in the background. That's good, but behind the scenes, we're just all trying to figure it out. And I think that's okay. Bad days or even bad weeks doesn't make you less positive or less grateful. It just makes you human. That's all. That's all that means. It just means you are human. So I'm not here to say that positivity is the enemy. Obviously, it's great to have, the positive mindset. But this is the big but about all of that. It's about balance. Life is like a roller coaster, and sometimes you're on top of the world, and other times you're screaming into the abyss. And guess what? It's okay. Instead of good vibes only, how about good vibes when it makes sense? Why don't we say that? I like that. We need to feel all of our emotions, the good, the bad, even that ugly cry in the car kind of emotions, because they all serve a purpose. Sadness lets us heal. Anger tells us something is not right. And stress, well, stress reminds us that we're probably doing too much. So wink or nod if you've been there. I know I have. If we never allow ourselves to experience the lows, how can we truly appreciate the highs? Like, for instance, how can I be excited about my pizza arriving if I wasn't starving 10 minutes ago? It's all about balance. It's all about balance. So, how do we break out of this toxic positivity trap? How do we stop trying to cover up life's messiness with fake smiles and motivational quotes? Because life is lifing, okay? So, here are a few tips to keep your positivity in check without ignoring your real feelings. Number one, so I need for you to take notes. Acknowledge all emotions. Let yourself feel what you're feeling, even if it's not cute. Sad, mad, annoyed. It's all a part of the human experience. You're not a robot. Okay, did you know that? You're not a robot. Number two, stop playing therapist. If someone comes to you with their problems, don't rush to hit them with a motivational quote. You know, Sometimes the best response is, you know what, that sucks, and I'm here for you. Boom. That's the instant connection right there, y'all. And then number three, be real with yourself. It's okay to have days where you're not okay. Seriously, it's fine. Take a break from trying to be the happy person all the time. You'll thank yourself later. And then number four, this is the last one. Positivity is a tool, not a fix all. It's just that simple. Use positivity to lift yourself up when it makes sense, but don't use it to cover up everything. Life's complicated. I don't know, it's complicated. Just know that positivity isn't a magic eraser. So the next time someone tells you good vibes only, feel free to smile and politely say, nah, I'm good with all the vibes today. Life isn't about being happy 24/7. It's about being real. And being real means allowing yourself to feel everything. I want to thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'd love to hear from you. Enter comments below and tell me, have you ever felt the pressure to be positive when you just really didn't want to be? Let's talk about it. But before you go, I want you to make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more real talk about personal growth. And hey, share the video with someone, who you feel might need to hear that it's okay to not be okay. And I'll see you next time with all the vibes.